How a runaway cow intentionally hit by a police car in Staines is now recovering back on the farm. We'll have the latest from Surrey. Now, you may have seen the distressing incident over the weekend of a police car intentionally hitting a cow that was on the loose in Surrey, not once but twice. The officer involved has been removed from frontline duties while the incident is investigated. Well, let's get the latest now from our reporter Paul Hawkins, who's in Surrey for us tonight. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hi Riz. I have to say that cow is not from this herd. We're going to find out more about how to deal with cows when they're in that sort of urban environment. We've been trying to find out more answers to the questions as to how that cow escaped and also what are the police guidelines when something like that happens. Now, today we tracked down two individuals, two men who helped the police capture the cow on Friday night in Feltham, and this is what they told us.
Yeah. There was a little car here, a silver car parked, and then the police car hit it. Okay. And then I think it hit it twice.
And then it ended up in the park here, and that's where you caught it.
Yeah, we were very lucky that they must have got it into here, and then it was easy after that. Once we got it in there, I knew I could catch it easy.
I come down here, I managed to get inside the park here, so I managed to get a cattle trailer, and then we put the cattle trailer in the corner. And me and Donald here, managed to get around into the cattle trailer a few times.
There was maybe 20 policemen here. Didn't have a clue what they were doing, all young police officers. 2 or 3 were crying. She come round and come straight at me. Knocked me up again, knocked me back and went through. So we moved the trailer down further, a smaller gap. We got the car in the middle, we're around the outside, coaxing it through. And a miracle, it went into the trailer.
And that was,
I was like a rabbit, flew to the trailer, flicked the 2 gates round quickly, back up.
I'm happy that we managed to save it because the police want to shoot it and put it down. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But the damage can be repaired.
No, the deal is she's safe.
Yeah.
We're happy with that. She's back where she should be with her mum or whatever.
Right. Now, that's what 2 individuals told us about what happened on Friday night. We've asked Surrey Police for a statement today, asked them for guidelines on how they deal with incidents like that, and they have said that they will come back to us, but they haven't at the moment. We can say that the officer who was driving that car, we have to repeat, has been removed from frontline duties, and Surrey Police have referred themselves to the IOPC, that's the Independent Office for Police Conduct, the police watchdog, to look into the matter. We can talk now to Hugh, who's a local Surrey farmer, who can tell us about how to deal with the cows that have just walked off, actually. That's one way to deal with them, Hugh, isn't it?
Scare them away.
Yeah, but how do you think, I mean, we've heard from one man there who says he's very experienced in dealing with cows. How would you have dealt with that situation on Friday night?
Do you know, there's been so much armchair punditry around this. It's really hard to say either way. I think unless you were actually there, and judging by what was going on, you know, that animal was pretty stressed. You could tell there's the way its action, its body language. It was a really, really tricky situation. Thankfully, it's a very rare situation. It's very rare to find an animal like this in the middle of a very urban environment like Feltham, thankfully.
Yeah.
You know, the cows can jump out of fields all the time. You know, even the best fenced field in the world, you know, a cheeky cow will jump out of it every so often, and you can never say never, but generally it's in quite a rural context, and they just sort of, you know, can be easily walked back in. But there, it's a really, really difficult situation, and
so
horrendous for the animal and for all the people involved. It's really distressing.
I mean, it didn't look great, but the way it turned out, the public was safe. The cow in the end was safe. Maybe the police could have dealt with it in a better way, or did they take the only course of action they could, do you think?
Look, until they've done their investigation, it's going to be really hard to say either way, because we didn't know what resources they had, we don't know what was going on. You know, in a perfect world, you would have perhaps set up a pen somewhere, but then you've got to try and herd it, and then you've got to try and know where to put that. So, like I say, it's really, really tricky.
So do you think that there should be training for police and more guidelines?
We, here in Surrey, we do loads of work with Surrey Police on all number of rural matters. You know, rural crime's a big issue, whether it's fly tipping or dogs worrying livestock and all that sort of thing. We teach them the basics of how to sort of herd animals. Not every officer gets to attend that.
Okay.
But I think,
so maybe the officers hadn't had that training then about how to deal with these kind of.
We don't know until they've done their investigation. But what we need to make sure is that we support them 100%, so in future they know who to call and where to go, and also that we make sure we support them 100% to know where all the the animal keepers are, because in a perfect world, if they knew the animal had escaped or someone had spotted something and they could alert those animal keepers, then the sooner they can get them back in, the better it is for the animal, and we don't have any of this, the poor thing getting so stressed out and that happening.
And just very quickly, the cow, and we can show our viewers some pictures of the cow now. Lucy, I believe it is, Bo Lucy, 9 months old, is doing well, we hear, and has been reunited with her owner. Do cows suffer any sort of psychological trauma from that?
Look, the cow's in the best care, and hopefully the cow will make a full recovery and can sort of get back to normal and move on. But I say this is a really, really rare scenario, and hopefully we won't see it happen again. And we, certainly as a farming community in Surrey, will do all we can to work with the police to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Great stuff. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you so much. And to your herd as well, who are clearly are camera shy, but behaving themselves in this field, in their environment, which is where a cow should be, Riz.
OK, Paul, with the latest there. Thanks ever so much. Paul Hawkins.